And the Rotary Club has become a very major element of this. I was fortunate in 1999, after having worked with the Rotary Club back into the 80s, to have been recognized for that work and that wonderful donation that helped further the work of the Caribbean Bank. But within the Rotary Club right now, you may have noticed, what was it, just a couple months ago, major articles in your own Rotarian magazine are associated with microcredit, loans to the poorest of the poor. Numerous of your clubs have adopted programs. There's a whole section within Rotary Club now, a whole set of committees that have really perfected the Rotary form of microcredit and helping people get out of poverty. People talk about donating money. We all donate money. But when we think about where is our money going and how is it leveraged to make a difference in the world, when we give away money, the money is gone, typically consumed in some way. If indeed it's microcredit, number one, it's a loan. And it's a loan with the purpose to develop a small entrepreneurial business. That's the purpose of the loan. So that people then can build little businesses, that they can hire employees, they can take care of their children. So it's spoken of as a hand up rather than a handout. There's a story that's written that talks about you give a woman a fish and she eats for a day. You give a woman a fishing pole and teach her how to fish. She eats for a lifetime. You give her a little money to start a little fishing business. And she creates a business. And it becomes an important part of the community. And her self-esteem and her family grows. If you take and you say that you're going to donate $100 a year for 10 years. At the end of 10 years, you're going to find that you've donated $1,000 and your money has been gone, hopefully for good reasons and good causes. If you imagine that that same $100 a year is handled through microcredit, you loan $100, typically at the end of a year, through 52 weekly payments, the money is fully returned. The second year, you now have that $100 plus that additional $100, you loan $200. The third year, you've got the $200 plus the $100, you loan $300. At the end of 10 years, assuming that $100, all those $100 are repaid within a year, at the end of 10 years, you will have loaned $5,500, $100 to each of 55 people with a very high probability of getting them out of poverty. So I think it behooves us to take a look at what we can do to best leverage and utilize our money to make a difference in the world. That's my commitment. We've talked about the basic programs, but people said, you know, this won't work. This won't work for the beggars, for instance. And lo and behold, we've now loaned money, an average of $12 to 100,000 beggars. And these people, what we say to them is, rather than going door to door begging, go ahead and buy a little product that you take and you sell door to door. And so you might have some combination of baking and selling products, and you then emerge out of that. What we also do is we encourage people to create businesses. That's what this money is loaned for. And lo and behold, we discovered that, we have no electricity basically in most of Bangladesh. So, and no telephone system, no telephone wires. But lo and behold, we now have satellite communications, and we have cell phones, and we have solar capability. And we developed a kit that for $250 we can put together a phone and solar panel and all of the infrastructure. And we now have in Bangladesh 300,000 ladies who have little businesses in their villages, renting time on their cell phones, making a living, and making a difference for their families and for their community. So I encourage you as Rotarians to take a look deeper at some of the wonderful models that have occurred within the Rotary Club. I'm going to give you a bit of a flyer that will give you a little bit more information. And I encourage you also to go to a website that's called kiva.org, Kiva.org. And at kiva.org you will find stories of little entrepreneurs doing little businesses that you can loan without interest. You can loan as little as $25. This was put together by a group of guys who created PayPal and eBay. So this is all done electronically. They do it for free, all of the money transfer. And you then can track the stories of these people as they repay them. So, in closing, I'm appreciative and delighted that you Rotarians have been at the leading edge, making a difference in the world in so many ways. And I invite you to look further at that, and to look further at what can be done by taking the simple loaning of $100 to make a difference in a person's life, which changes a family's life, and through this makes a real difference.
Are there any quick questions for Mohammed?
What's the size of the average loan?
$100, $150. And what happens is that they get a loan, they repay the loan, that then qualifies them to get a larger loan. So typically, there's 3 or 4 cycles that gets them fully out of poverty.
What's a typical business? I mean, I'm interested to know what, you say these people have business, and is there
everything that you can imagine, from getting vegetables to plant and to sell, the bamboo story of the bamboo stools, the raw materials and creating the bamboo stools, the story of stools, of getting chickens and selling eggs. You would be amazed at all of the creative things. And you would be amazed at how creative these really poor people are that we don't quite think are that people.